Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. It is February 15th, 2023. It is Wednesday evening at around 7:30. Beautiful day out. So, I had to get out of the house, even though I have the COVID. I was masked up, and I didn't get out of the vehicle. Brad was masked up. He did have to go in and get prescriptions for me. I need to get out of the house. The dogs need to get out of the house. So we all got out of the house because it was just gorgeous out. It was like in the mid-70s. It was really pretty out. It's what we all needed. Then, of course, we took the two girls. Because we had decided when we lost Charlie and stuff that from now on, if we took one dog, we were going to take both girls. So, and Nixie did really great. Trying to get her socialized a little more, and she's doing really well. Like I said, sometimes that fresh air and stuff and sunshine does a world of good for everybody. So I'm feeling better. I did have to cancel my doctor's appointment. Well, I didn't cancel. I had to move it because I would have to go in this week, like today, and get blood work done. And there's no way I could. So we had to move the doctor's appointment till the 1st of March. That'll be okay. As long as I test negative here at the end of the week. Hopefully I do. But I am feeling a lot better. I slept yesterday for about 10 hours. Which for me is remarkable. Now, that was yesterday day. Last night I only slept for about 3. But I think I'd had so much sleep and stuff that it is. But I tell you what, the price of prescriptions is about to kill us with the, I don't know. Ever since Brad was forced to go on Medicare from our own private pay health insurance, it costs a lot more, like the insulin and stuff, like holy buckets. You know, there's no way to prepare for that change. I mean, you know, each prescription's just like a roll of the dice. You know, some are free, like your blood pressure med. Some are a lot higher, like your insulin, or at least for Brad. So, it's like a roll of the dice. You know, what else can you do? So, I've still been loom knitting. I haven't done any painting lately, because like I said, I've been, you know, I don't think I've ever felt so tired in my life. And, I'm getting over it. Currently, I'm not on any antibiotic, which is the first time in a few years that I've not been on an antibiotic. So that's kind of a nice break for my system. Also, yes, I know I need to color my hair. I finished another hat. This is just scrap yarn again. My own yarn cake I made. So that's how it turns out. That's what it works out to be. So, got another one started. And Brad sits at night, like if I get scrap yarn, like my friend Cassie sent me in scrap yarn. And what we did was, there was like, I think there was like 3 or 4 balls of yarn. It was all the same type of yarn. From the same skein. So, we combine them all, and Brad doesn't mind winding yarn. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a mindless thing for him to do while he's watching TV. So, that's what he did. And I appreciate it so much. I had to get my tea over here. I know this looks weird. I bought these off of Amazon a long time ago. They're super cheap. I think you can find them at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. But it just fit on the top of your pop can, and then you just take this off, and you know, and it does, I'll show you, it does lift off like that. So, I like it because I don't always finish a can of pop at one sitting, and then, you know, it goes flat. This keeps it from going flat as fast. Also, you won't get any kind of little bugs or anything in there.
It does slow down the creepy crawlies.
It does. So, yeah. Well, Brad's still loving the show Outlander.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yes. And you know what's funny is I actually prefer it over Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he likes it that well. I finished my New Amsterdam. I may rewatch it. I'm thinking about rewatching it. Sometimes I really like a series and it's a new one, I will rewatch it again right away. I probably will. Tomorrow, barring that I'm feeling better, I'm going to go outside. I can go outside, in my own yard. And we wanted to clean up the yard a little bit. And, of course, we'll take the dogs out there, too. But it's getting, for us here in North Carolina, it's getting to be springtime. We got all the fresh new grass and stuff. Nixie made sure she ate some of that. She loves to eat grass. It's not just when she has an upset stomach. I think she's part cow. She likes to eat some grass. But, we need to do some raking, and, Brad's going to grill some chicken, or maybe I will. Depending on how energetic I am. If I'm not that energetic, maybe I'll be the one sitting there grilling. We got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that we're going to grill up. And that way we can use them on salads and stuff. We've been working harder on getting our blood sugar back under better control and eating less. It's so easy to get off the wagon. But that's going better. We upped our protein. And that way then we're not, for me anyway, if I eat more protein, then I'm not as hungry. If I eat more carbs, then I just want to eat even more. So the protein will stay with me longer. I learned that a long time ago through nutrition classes, way before I was a diabetic even. So that's what works well for us. So working on that. I made burritos yesterday. And we had kind of an assembly line. I say we made them, Brad says I made them. I had cooked up some hamburger meat, just add taco seasoning to it. And had cooked it a couple days before and left it in the fridge. And then I got to where I wasn't feeling that hot and stuff, so we left it for a couple of days. And then I had some cooked chicken. Just some plain cooked chicken. And I decided to make some chicken burritos too. And what I did was I used white rice. We had some cooked up. And I just mixed salsa in with it and some spices to make my own Spanish rice. We had refried beans, which I thinned down with some water a little bit, so they spread a little bit easier. And when the refried beans ran out, we used just a can of kidney beans. And then, I used hamburger on some of the burritos, chicken on some of the other ones, and then we had some onions and peppers we put on there too, because we like that. And some cheddar cheese, rolled it in burrito tortillas, and one of them fills you up. So we made with those 3 chicken thighs. Once I
boned them out.
Yeah.
We end up with a total of.
But I mean, how much do you think that was a pound? Was not even half a pound?
It was maybe right at half.
Yeah, a half a pound and probably about half a pound of hamburger. And it made a total of 14. Yep. 14 burritos. Because there's 8 in each in each package of burrito tortillas.
Yeah.
So, made 14. And like I said, so you divide that in half, that's 7 meals for us. Mm-hmm. For very little. I love cooking. I find I love cooking some authentic foods. Or I'm altering them. I'm not saying I cook authentically like Mexicans do. I don't. I'm not even going to disrespect them that way. But I love cooking some of their dishes with my spin, or Chinese food, Japanese food, my spin, because they use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It doesn't have to be these very expensive ingredients for the most part. So I was thrilled with that, you know. And what we're doing is essentially making our own convenience food, because all but 4 of those were frozen, of the burritos. We're making our own convenience foods for when those nights that maybe we don't feel like cooking, or whatever. And for pennies on the dollar. And that way you don't have all the preservatives. You know exactly what's in it. So nutritionally, you know what's in it. So next I'm going to make, and I hadn't finished talking to Brad about this yet, but I am going to make my own onions, my dry onion soup mix. We have a bunch of dehydrated onions, and I want to use that up. It doesn't take that much. It takes like paprika, and it takes celery seed, takes onion powder, beef bouillon in your onion, and I think it was, you can add salt and pepper if you want. I wouldn't add the salt because the bouillon has a lot in it. You know, you're going to use your dry beef bouillon granules. Throw it all in a blender, and then, you've got it there for pennies to what you spend. And you can use those in soups, stews, dips, everything. It's just, we have to all start using what we already have on hand, instead of wasting it. So that's what I was watching. I really like the channel, Our Tribe of Many. They're a large family, but they do a lot of home cooking too, which is very much after my own heart. And I mean, she even makes mozzarella and butter and the whole bit. Of course, she goes and buys raw whole milk. But I really like how they do meal prepping and, partially freeze meals and stuff. And that's the way to do it. Where do you think they got the convenience food concept from? From housewives that were cooking meals up ahead of time. And maybe you weren't a housewife. Maybe you worked full time and you only had maybe time on the weekend to cook up some meals, and you wanted to make it easier on yourself all week long. I mean, Brad and I are old school. Babe, why is your leg jumping so bad?
I'm doing it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. No, that.
His thigh was just...
Right here.
Yeah.
It's really hurting.
Yeah, it was freaking me out.
Yeah, it's really hurting, and if I do that, it seems to take away a little bit of the pain.
That was freaking me out.
I'm sorry.
But, Brad and I are old school enough that we both remember when TV dinners first came out. That was a big deal. Huge. Mm-hmm. Or maybe new to us. I don't know when TV dinners first came out, but...
Back in the 50s.
So, they were out when I was born, and you too. But I remember the first time I ever had it, that was a big deal, and that was, and you had the TV trays, remember the old metal ones that snapped together and stuff, and that was a big deal. That was the first time that you got to pick out your own dinner, and you go press your face up against the coolers and pick out all the, it's like, wow. It wasn't none of this, oh, I'm going to cook Johnny chicken nuggets, I'm going to cook Sally macaroni and cheese. No, you ate whatever your mom made or you didn't eat. But, and I have no opinion on that. I always figured I never made my kids clean their plate because maybe I gave them too much. So the rule was they had to eat half of what I gave them. And then it got to be, well, they need to try a bite of, But I didn't cook them something else. They either ate what I cooked or else they could have peanut butter and jelly. I'll give them that. Maybe they absolutely hated whatever I cooked. They could have peanut butter and jelly. So, but anyway, I remember when TV dinners were, and that's back when they put them actually in the oven. They were covered with tin foil. And then you remember you would rip out the little dessert section, which was the big deal too, because whoa. A TV dinner with dessert. Man. So you'd rip that little corner, because that's, you had detailed instructions, So I remember that. That was big, big, big. I had a theory on this. That either it was that somebody, a TV tray manufacturer said to his buddy, "Hey man, these aren't selling. I don't know what to do." And then somebody said, "You know what? I'm gonna make you some TV dinners. Go with those TV trays, and we'll both make bank." Or else it was the TV dinners, and like, I don't know what to do. Nobody's doing this. They say they don't have anything to eat these on in front of their TV, and yeah, the rest is history. I've been delirious with fever. Don't blame me, people. Okay. But, yeah, the puppies had a good time today. Then we sat outside for quite a while with them. And just enjoying the weather and letting them enjoy being outside and everything. Jelly Bean protecting us from the world. Protecting us from the St. Bernard clear across the street. And I know they were afraid. They were very afraid.
They were terrified.
Nixie just wanted to go play with the dog. Nixie's doing better. She was really moping hard yesterday. Jelly Bean was too, but Nixie was really... we were worried. We've been giving her extra attention, extra love ups and stuff, because, it's hit her hard. I mean, it's hit us all hard in this family, with losing Charlie. But, it, it's hit her super hard that she doesn't understand. So we've been giving her lots of extra attention. Brad brushes her out now every night. I think she's kind of looking forward to it anymore because she knows she's going to get a tea afterward. And, now they've tricked him into, okay, he's a softie when it comes to these dogs, I have to tell you. They already got him trained where every time Jelly Bean gets changed, when I change her, they get a tea. Now they got him trained that whenever Nixie goes outside, they get one too. Good thing they're eating milk bones, because otherwise... But I think we're going to probably quit buying the milk bones, because we buy the marrow bones, which have got the milk bone on the outside. And then, but now that being just the two girls, we probably will do that. I'm not sure. We estimate probably have enough dog food now with not any longer having him for about 6 months, which is okay. We would have much rather had it the other way, but, it is life, and we're hanging in there. I think I only cried once or twice yesterday, right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
About the dog. Try to remain firm. But, you get where you just miss him. You miss him. I mean, you all know. You expect to see him come walking through your bedroom door, or climbing up on the bed, or, anything. I thought about him today when we were outside. But it's hard. We've been talking about, we probably won't keep the giant dog kennels, because we don't see where we would use them, and I know they probably could use them down at the animal shelter. If not, a lot of times, if somebody's going to foster, say a litter of puppies with the mother and stuff, they need to have a dog kennel. Foster parents don't always have all the equipment, and a lot of times, there will be donations and stuff. It's just like his great big vest, or harness, I guess. It's way too big for Nixie. So we'll probably donate that too, because, those can be expensive. So, if we're not going to use it, we're going to donate it, because there'll be another animal, another dog that can use it. It's a good tool to use if you're training a large dog. So, it's something that won't hurt them at all. So, that's what we'll be doing with that kind of stuff. I don't have anything else to really talk about, do you?
You talked about the day we had today, and getting the girls out, and how Nixie's feeling.
Note to self, you ever buy these? They're the Vicks inhalers. for your nose, and they're really nice. I love them, and the Vicks are, but no, if you've been buying the Dollar Tree ones like I have, they're not near as strong as these are the official Vicks. These are kind of nice. You can put them on your keychain. But anyway, we got these in last week, right? Because I use a lot of Vicks, you know, and so we got these in, and Brad goes and he does great. He has his own. He has a great big inhale, and he was kind of hooting and hollering about how strong it was and stuff. I didn't pay too much attention. I go to do mine. Does the man say to me, now don't suck this up really hard because it's going to fry your nostrils out? No, he does not. My kind, loving, wonderful husband does not say to me, Teresa, don't do the full nostrils. I do, and I like to die. I wanted to die. It hurt so bad. I mean, my eyes were watering. It felt like I had an inferno down both nasal passages. I started sneezing so hard because, you know, through the tears and everything. And I just keep going, why didn't you say anything? He says, he's laughing at this point in time. That's how mean he is. And he's going, I didn't think about it. Really? So, yeah, you get these, don't do the big nostril suck because you just want to do a half. It's quite lovely, though.
I don't think lovely was the exact phrase
Quite
you were,
lovely.
you were
No,
using
I
earlier.
like to die. I was afraid to use it for a good 24 hours after that because I was like, Lord. You know. I just don't like the nasal spray that you spray up because inevitably it tastes like dish soap anyway. And then it like runs down the back of your throat and it's just quite gross. It makes me want to puke, you know. So, if you're really good toad, you're going to use the nasal spray and then you're going to use the nasal inhaler. And then if you're really brave, you'll put a little bit of Vicks inside your nose. I do that actually. I always have sinus problems. I always have. I have a deviated septum and stuff from my ex-husband. Thank you very much. But, I mean, you can tell here it's been broke numerous times. But anyway, so, okay, over here. I try to warn Brad so he doesn't come over and kiss me with his mustache because then he's going to get some in it. Unless I'm feeling kind of mean, then I'll just go on right in his mustache. I tricked him a little bit ago. Ladies will be proud of me. The chocolate, right? Now, Bradford should have known better. We have these little chocolate wafer melts, right? Where is it? Did you take it?
No,
Bradley, did you take it? Oh, I want to show them.
No, you're going to keep it.
No, I can't show them if you don't. When did you take it? He took my chocolate, y'all. Okay, well, I can't show you. I was going to show you these wafer melts. Brad, I cannot show them if you don't give them.
I know.
Brad?
Sweetie.
Give it.
My love.
No. Can the love crap, okay? Can it. There's no lovey-dovey, hushy-cushy, nothing. I can't show them. Are you not going to let me show them? This is, now that I got it back, these are just the chocolate melts, you know, if you're going to dip something. But they're inexpensive and, you know, just a little tiny piece. Well, I tricked him earlier. He goes, oh, do you have any left in your bag? And I'm like, nope. He goes, oh, well, you can have some of mine. I dumped his into mine. Ed took it. I have shared with him. Citizen. But then, when did you get this? No, come on, confess. When did you get it? Because I had it over here. When did you...
When you were changing jelly.
Oh, wow. I'm changing the pool and he's wiped it back.
I'm just that good.
You are. You are, so... Yeah. We didn't do anything yesterday for Valentine's Day. We were broke. Huh?
Slept a lot.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
We were broke. Still are broke. But who isn't right now?
Mm-hmm.
But we can't complain.
No.
A lot of people can't hardly feed their kids or anything else, which is scary.
Mm-hmm.
But
It really is.
Jelly was having a good time today out in vehicle. Brad could hear his dog go. Crying for him clear across the parking lot when he came out of Harris Teeter getting the prescriptions. Yeah, she was serenading you, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
I mean, she wasn't being obnoxious where people turn around looking, but he could tell that she had seen him and was...
She sounded really pathetic.
Did she?
Yes.
You knew it was her, though,
Well,
didn't you?
You know, and
Did you know it was her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And for the most part, she does not have a normal bark.
No, she has a really weird bark. It's almost
Yeah.
like a seal.
Yeah.
You know, it is in a way, but
Mm-hmm.
she was sitting in back. She was all excited to see her dad, you know. She was. They were both living their best life.
Yeah.
And with their little noses out the window, and you know how dogs will inhale real, you know. You know.
Yeah, suck out about half the atmosphere.
Jellybean wants to be big and brave as long as she's on my lap and I'm holding her at the same time, though. You know, don't worry. They're not going to fly out a window because we always have a leash on them, even in the vehicle, and we have that leash locked and we're holding on to it. Just, I don't want them to even, you know, crash into the dashboard or against a wall or door or anything, you know, if we had to stop suddenly.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's about it, guys. We don't really have anything that fantastic going on. I just thought I'd come on here and say hey, and to tell you guys thank you again for everybody being so kind with your comments and stuff about us losing Charlie. You know, it never gets any easier, but it's a necessary part of being a pet owner or loving anybody, anything. Doesn't mean it makes us all very happy. Do you have anything to say?
No.
Yo, boy.
You pretty much covered it all. I mean, it's you know, that's the hardest part of having the fur baby family. You know, is sometime you're gonna have to say goodbye.
You know that when you get that, I don't know, someday you're gonna have to say goodbye. As much as your heart and head don't even want to fathom that idea.
Yeah.
And you know. We know we'll have to say goodbye to these two someday. Not for a long time. I've told Nixie it has to be at least a good 5 years down the road, at least. You know. So we're thinking Jellybean, I think, is older than when they told us she was 6 when we got her. I think she was more like 8.
I think so too.
Because also her previous owner said, oh, they didn't think she could get pregnant anymore. You know. And she, you know, her eyes are kind of cloudy and stuff. The vet couldn't be sure.
Yeah.
So, anyway, everything's good. Sun was out today. That made me happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we think
And
about...
what was it? The temperature, like 74?
It was in the mid-70s, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Very nice, so. All right, I hope you guys have a great evening, and we'll be back in a few days. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and... you know, we're going to work harder on not putting things off. One thing you learn a lesson in when you lose somebody or you lose a loved pet or anything suddenly is that don't put off.
Yeah.
Because you never know when it might be your time up or that person or that pet's time up. Don't put off. So, you know, you got to do more things instead of putting it off till the perfect moment, because the perfect moment may never come. So... anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And as always, everybody say bye to the very naughty Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye.